All right, Grand Rising, good day, greetings, and welcome everyone. You all give me just a second. I'm gonna keep this picture up here for just a moment for the ladies in the virtual house. Shout out to the Silver Foxes. Yes, for the Silver Foxes. And yes, for the Peak Wellness Hour. You are tuned in to the Peak Wellness Hour. And we are here in the last Saturday of June, where we have been celebrating men and empowering and supporting strong men around the world all month long. Today, we're talking about aging gracefully, especially when it affects men's health over 40. So we're excited to have this conversation with you all. Give me just a second. I can't see you all. I got glasses and I should wear them, right? So we're going to have this conversation. So we're discussing how the subject that affects men everywhere, whether he's 40, 50, 60, or older, works. Aging is not something to fear. It is something to prepare for. And we've talked about this all month long. Society often tells men that getting older means slowing down, accepting aches and pains, gaining weight, losing energy, and eventually living with chronic illnesses. But what if growing older could actually become one of the healthiest, happiest chapters of life? Today's discussion about aging gracefully is what we're going to talk about, not just living longer, but living better through holistic healing. So invite a friend and stay tuned for another impactful episode of the Peak Wellness Hour. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we're going to begin in just a moment. All right, we are back. We are back. And yes, Queen Mother, welcome to the broadcast. Yes, there is a God. Yes, and he has made man in his image. So we do thank him for that. So, welcome to the Peak Wellness Hour. So funny, we do love our silver foxes. Like I said last week, I'm trying to incorporate my king into that list of silver foxes. So y'all encourage that, please, and thank you.
I vote yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
I
So y'all
vote
going over to
yes,
Kevin
yes,
Tardy's page,
yes.
Kevin Tardy Sr., and let him know that we are voting him in for the Silver Foxes. So Grand Rising, thank you for joining us. Like I said, we're here for another amazing conversation, supporting men. We have so many conversations in society where we're knocking one another, on a gender basis, on all kinds of different levels. But I think we've done a great job, Queen, spending the month empowering and encouraging and speaking life into the men in our lives and the lives of others. So I think we've done a good job for that. If you all agree, make sure you subscribe for more conversation like that. Make sure you hit the like button and share with someone, even females. We have discussions about men. We are not males, but we are women that are married, have been married, understand the importance of healthy relationships and how to build those. So make sure you all share that with someone, even if it's not a male. If you do have a male to share that with, please do, because we invite these conversations to have with men that know what they're talking about, right? So we love having that interaction. Shout out to King Sean A. White. um, doing some amazing things in the community. Shout out to D Mays with United Empires of Akibalon, Brian Carter, being Black Men's Group, all kinds of strong individuals. Queen Edith, you want to shout somebody out? We have a lot. We can't spend the day shouting out people that we know that are decent men in the community, because we do know plenty of men. So you all never think that when they tell you there are no good men in the world, you just are in the wrong atmosphere. Okay, you need to change your environment, because that is not true. So without further
Well,
ado,
I'll give a shout out first of all
please.
to my son Jake, of course, to King Kevin, because I didn't hear that. I definitely give a shout out to Veronica's father. I think he's an amazing father from what I've heard and seen. And so, and of course, to the men and the women, I have a lot of pastors, Pastor Frank Opokua Moakun, Dr. Frank, Reverend Gladstone, a lot of men. If I say I'm going to mention them, I'll be in trouble because I'm going to leave a
Right?
lot. Pastor Sylvester, Germany, listen. But let me just give the shout out to my godson, Emmanuel Hyde, and my goddaughter. My goddaughter is also was named after me. So her name is Edith, and I tell her whole family to call her Miss Edith or Lady Edith. Don't just call her Edith because she's named after me. Yeah, they had their birthdays. Her birthday was yesterday, but my godson's birthday is today. So Emmanuel Hyde, happy birthday, son. God bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. Men showing up for their families and for people in their communities, children. And I want to give shout out to Queen Aunt Gloria's husband as well, and
Mhm.
all the men in the community mentoring young men.
Yes.
That's amazing, and we appreciate all of you. God bless
Absolutely, absolutely, and to my father and my brothers too. You know, I can't leave them out. Like, let's say this would be a whole show if we just dedicated some time. All of you in the chat dedicated some time to acknowledging amazing, amazing men that we know. So you all don't listen to the hype. There are decent men, and it's always nice when we are supporting those men. Um, and correcting in love where there needs to be correction. That's why we said last week um, it's important that men have strong. Thank you, Queen Kathy. Thank you. Trying to keep up with you is what I'm trying to do. I love your hair all the time. Um, so yeah, just being mindful of that, and men being supportive of one another. Thank you. Um, it makes a difference when other strong men are doing that. So that's what we're going to talk. Actually, we're going to talk about aging gracefully, and that's a part of it. Having strong connections and strong relationships, having a strong mindset, a healthy mindset to be your best every day as we grow older. We all know that I have people, we work in the healthcare field. And people tell me all the time, our senior cells tell me all the time, don't get old, don't get old on more. And I just look like, okay, well, you all know the alternative of not getting old, don't you?
you. Right,
So
right,
these are your
right.
options. You get old or you die young. I don't know. So we want to empower everyone to live their best lives, their healthiest lives as we grow older and go to this stage in life. So Queen.
Well. Last week, Saturday. But first of all, I just wanted to show you my earring. You see that earring?
Ooh, yes.
It's a birthday present. See, it's a beautiful statement earring, and yeah, I just wanted to show it to you.
Gorgeous.
Get a little bit vain, but yeah, that's all there is to it. But last week my head was everywhere, but there was something I wanted to share when we did the men's mental wellness.
Hmm.
And I want to share it with you today. It's never too late, is it?
No, it's not.
I wrote it somewhere. Have you guys heard? I wrote it somewhere and I'm looking for it. Have you guys heard that? And this is not statistically verified. So, excuse me, don't go researching it. But have you heard that in a day, right? In a day, they say women speak on average 20,000 words a day, averagely 20,000 words a day, and men only 7,000 words. And this is a myth. The reality is that we speak an average of 16,000 words a day. Some go a little above, some go beyond. But men speak about half of those words in a day,
Hmm.
and women speak about 16,000 words a day. Can you believe that? Can you see how men struggle a lot more with addiction, any kind of addiction, whether it's gambling, whether it's pornography, whether it's drugs and alcohol. Men, there are more men in struggling with addiction more than women because they don't give themselves, they don't have them, they have the opportunity. Society has not taught them or allowed them to express their feelings, their emotions the way they would normally or they should do. So they keep everything bottled in. Just think about it. I thought it was a fun fact, that fun myth and fact that I wanted to share with you.
Hmm.
But
You know,
today we say aging gracefully, men's health after 40. How many of you are 40 years yet? Queen, are you yet?
I will be 45 years young in December this year. So I
Oh,
am
so
there. I am
you are
there.
you are just a little bit boy. But I don't know how many of you remember that when you hit 40, going 41, 42, your eyes. My first observation was my eyes. Okay, my eyes started, I can see well. Why can't I see? Why must I have glasses to read? I remember exactly where I was when I turned 40. But we want to talk about aging gracefully and the men taking care of the body that takes care of everybody else. Am I right? Women, we do take care of everybody else, but men do too. Let's not forget that in a good home, the men carry the entire family. The woman stands on the shoulders of the man. Okay, so if the man is not doing what he's supposed to do, the burden falls on the woman. But in a home where the man is doing his part, the burden is on the man, and the woman is free to be a woman, right? In the home to play the role of the woman. Okay, and so today we are talking about the men, our men, the men we are celebrating today, and the men we hope that they will arise to the occasion. So we will celebrate them. It's never, never, never over. It doesn't matter our mistakes. We can always rise. We can always rise from where we have been and rise to where we are supposed to be. Nobody is being left out. But today we are talking about something every man will experience if, by the mercies of God, he lives long enough. Aging. And we don't
Hmm.
want to focus on surviving aging. We don't want to say fearing aging. We don't want to fear aging, but we are talking about aging gracefully. If we are all given the privilege to live long, we will all age. But some people age gracefully and some age terribly. We want to talk about aging gracefully. The goal isn't simply to live longer, the goal is to live healthier, have more energy, have more strength, purpose, and
Hmm.
more quality of life. Because good living, what good is living actually to 85 if, boy, oh boy, and I work in the healthcare field. I work in the healthcare field. I work
Hmm.
in the senior care field. And I've seen 92-year-old women exercising. Veronica, please, if you're here watching, listening, find that video, okay? We at Speak Home Care, we have a 92, is it 91, 92 year old client, and on a weekly basis, we'll go and visit our clients. I'm talking too much, but Queen, I'm coming. We'll go and visit these clients,
No,
right?
go ahead. No.
So we went to see this lady, right? We went to visit her. At this point in her day, she doesn't have her private caregiver from Peak Home Care. So we found her in the gym. We found her in the gym vigorously cycling. She's going 92 years. She is working on this. So her son, we shared the video that says your mother is in the gym, she's exercising, and we are worried that it's our worry was not about the exercising. Our worry was if she got up suddenly and too quickly from the bike, she might go a little dizzy. And you know what she said? And we said, Miss M, we are worried about you being in this gym alone. You know what she told us? But I'm not alone. But I'm not alone. Queen, I'm gonna send you the video and I want you to
Please
share.
do.
I want you to share it on our. But this was so interesting. She says the reason we can put it on social media is because her children have already put it there. So it's not like
Hmm.
we are violating HIPAA or anything. And her face does not also show in the video. Okay, so I'm going to pull up the video. This is so funny. But she said, I am not alone. And so it was Veronica who was talking to her. And she said, who is here with you? She looked around and she said, but who is here with you? And I'm going to let you share it. But that's what I'm talking about aging. I think she exercises better than I do. Let me share it with you now, Queen G. I just sent you the video. I just sent it to you. The post that the son put on Instagram.
Okay.
But the goal is to age well. So let's look at this. In what ways can we support our men, and can they support themselves, help themselves to age well, to be able to get up and go for a walk? It is not unusual to find a 90-year-old man walking, taking a walk outside. It should not
Hmm.
be unusual. At least have his mind, be able to relate to his family and friends, and be able to get up. It may not be strong, 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 but to
Hmm.
take a little walk to the kitchen, to the bathroom, even if with just a little help. What good is 11 to 80, 90 when you can do anything for yourself and God forbid, you're almost a vegetable? That's loss of dignity. Okay, how do we keep our dignity in? How do we keep our men's dignity in whilst they're aging? And where do we start from? Where
Hmm.
do we start from? And this is what we want to delve into. Why do men's health matter so much? Okay, they spend decades working and working without, most of them do not have the emotional support they need like the women do. If a woman doesn't have the emotional support, she will find friends she can talk to and vent out and doesn't care. She will talk to somebody, she's gonna vent, she's gonna put herself out there some way, somehow. Men don't do that. So where do we start from? They work, they provide, they are the handyman, they are protecting, they are providing everything, and not only finances. For the woman, they're expected to lead. Their emotions are not supposed to be expressed, otherwise, they're deemed weak. They do all that to support the family, the wife, the children, and sometimes neglect themselves, right? Sometimes neglect themselves. How many times have you had to talk to your man to go get a haircut? How many times have you had to talk to a man to go out? Queen is laughing. She knows what I'm talking about. To go to tell a man to go get their physicals checked. Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. There's nothing wrong with me. Playing strong. I wish King Sean will come on and help me here. Okay. Many men will service their car every month, every quarter, as soon as the lights in the morning. I've seen men stand out there, shine their car, making sure the oil, the water, everything in. How many of them are taking care of themselves? We start with making sure that we are getting at least our annual physical, especially here in the US. If you don't live in the US, I don't know about UK, but at least if you live in Ghana, take the time once a year and go see your doctor. And go see your doctor. Okay, let them check your eyes, let them check your cholesterol, let them check the different things they check. Okay, what is yesterday I was talking about this and I didn't remember. What is this thing that men they check their BALS? What is it? What kind of cancer is that? You're muted.
I'm sorry, you talking about testicular or prostate?
Yes. Yeah, prostrate.
Prostate.
Prostrate. Get it checked. We don't
Mm-hmm.
get those checked annually. And a lot of men are uncomfortable having that done. That's
Well, you
where
know
we
what?
start.
I'll say this. I'll say this really quickly. When you're talking about health and men, check on themselves, that's a prime example. Where with prostate cancer, first of all, I don't think that men understand. Perhaps I don't know. I could be wrong. Just like women don't understand some things about their bodies, and you'll be surprised. But I think men don't understand the importance with the prostate situation. So this is just a prime example, okay? Because prostate cancer is when you hear prostate in health, it's thinking about prostate cancer or testicular cancer, but that is one of the cancers that are it's slow prognosis, so you can live with prostate cancer for a very long time without even knowing. And then
Mhm.
you do have that prognosis, you can still live a long time, and so I don't think it's taken seriously. But if you don't think about the health, even like with urination, we see all these medications, but let's explain these things. Like, so with the flow of your urine, it's not a big deal. You think you're getting older, so now you just have that off and on kind of faucet thing going on. But there's something now, you kind of like when your check engine light comes on and some of us don't want to check it. It's been on for 2 years, like it's
Ah,
normal to be streaming like this, you don't check those things because it's been normalized to where it's not a big deal until it is a big deal, and whatever chances. So I think a lot of men may think like that when it comes to health overall, especially men that are strong and, resilient and things like that. I think sometimes maybe that strength and that resilience can cause an unintentional oversight um, with things. And that's a prime example. And I think the prostate thing is a big deal. So imagine other things, fluttering of the heart, fatigue, hair loss, maybe it's not just the hair, maybe it's hormonal, maybe it's stress, a whole lot of things can be going on where we just kind of, yeah, there you go, King. There you go. Yeah. Where you just kind of brush those things off, until something catastrophic happens. And now you're down without a ride. You're down without your body, So yeah. And I did find that video whenever.
yes, when you're ready, let's talk about the 40s. What really changes after 40? Number one, your metabolism.
Mm-hmm.
Metabolism changes. Your body is not processing your food intake as quickly as it may have done in your 20s and 30s. Because remember, during those days, you're really more active. Okay, you lose muscle more, man. You lose more muscle easily. Okay, you gain weight easily because metabolism is slow. So it means that you have to do the extra to pick up your body's ability to metabolize the foods that you're putting in your body. It takes longer to recover from sicknesses, even simple colds. It
Mm-hmm.
takes much longer. Okay. You sleep becomes a whole lot more important. And many of you don't want to sleep. Okay. You are not having enough sleep during these years. Okay. Stress, we don't want to even talk about stress. Stress affects your body differently and it begins to show. All the years of stress
Mm-hmm.
now is beginning to show in your 40s, right? Your
Mm-hmm.
body is changing. Okay, not because something is wrong, but because you're entering a different season. 40 is very strategic. Okay, so can you stop aging? No. But can you age well? Better. So, what are some of the things you need to check? You need to consistently check your blood pressure, check cholesterol, check for diabetes, heart diseases, kidney diseases, okay? And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of these things have, like Queen said, prostate, they don't have any obvious symptoms early on. You don't
Mm-hmm.
see it until significant damage is done. So, regular checkups, making sure you are getting hydrated, being intentional about what you are putting in your body, your food, being intentional about walking 20 to 30 minutes every day, if possible, 15 minutes after meals.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, your you begin to lose muscle
Mm-hmm.
much easier at this point. Okay, you realize that men begin to get pot bellies right in their 40s, going into their 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we need to know our numbers. We need to know our blood pressure, know our cholesterol, know our blood sugar. Okay, knowledge saves lives. It's good to know what the doctors are saying, know what medications are helpful, what are harmful, know the side effects, and begin to make healthy choices, letting our food be our medicine. Nurse,
Indeed.
I'll let you come in, my dear nurse.
No, you're doing a great job. Like King said, love it when you put down that truth. You know what? I'll say this though. So we're talking about approach 40s and hereafter, right? We have people that are not. I don't think anybody in this live virtual space right now, but listening later on, we might have people that are not in their 30s. Or not in their 40s yet. They may be in their 30s, and which is more realistic than having this conversation with somebody in their 20s. And I say that because in your 20s, you're not thinking about what this body's gonna look like at 40. And you
No,
put a one
you're
in the chat.
not. You're
Put a
not.
one in the chat if you at 20 was thinking about how this body was gonna be operating at 40. I'd be very surprised at anybody that puts a one that says yes, that was on my mind. But then you have people that are beyond the 40 mark, right? We're in the 50s and 60s. So I'm saying that because all this information still applies. I think a lot of times right, Queen? No, yeah, right. We don't think ahead. And then once we're past that point, we have this mindset where it's too late, right? So the knowledge that you gain, if you're in your 30s now, you need to start thinking about what you're putting in your body, how you're exercising, how your movement looks, how your routine looks. If you're past 40s, right, and you're not doing these things, how do I start now? How do I realize that at 50 some, I need to go ahead and start walking? Maybe I can't do 30 minutes a day, but 15 minutes a day is good. Maybe one lap. However you had to program your mind to get there is important. But I will say, if you've not hit, your 40s yet, this is something you need to be thinking about now. You know, so that you're not wrestling with this. It's not we talk about I don't care if you're male or female. It's not as easy for it to come off. It's not as easy. I've been walking and my husband, my King and I were walking the other day, and he was like, "Is your back hurting?" No, this back brace is to hold in what is to come because it's coming.
And,
Right?
and knee braces,
Yes.
and knee braces, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just looking at my notes. One of the numbers we need to do is also to the scale. Once a week, check your weight. I've started doing that. And I know I've lost some weight.
Yes.
But yeah, I've
I've
started
gained some
doing
weight.
that. And I just tried something. I don't mean to be. What is wrong with me today? I just tried to send us a star. So I was able to send us 99 stars, which is money. So if this is blessing you, you can send us a stars. You can send us 1,000 stars. 99 stars is 99 cents. So I was just trying to see if the Peak Wellness Hour is able to do this, and I was able to do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want your stars, okay? We do want your stars. Okay, it's 99 cents, so it's $1. We would love that. Please share this video and send us some stars. Okay.
Absolutely. And you know what?
We
Sharing it is just as valuable too. Sharing it, sharing it and hitting that like button is just as valuable. So thank
yes,
you.
yes,
Thank
yes, yes.
Absolutely. But go ahead, Queen. Did you want to look at this video real quick?
Yes, put the video in. Let's look at this.
Okay, let's see you all. Oh, before I do, I'm trying to be more responsible, you all. I don't know. Sometimes I get on here and y'all are family and I just get real comfortable. Y'all see me moving around and I kick my knee up and I'm just chilling. I get real comfortable because y'all are family. So y'all just
You're
excuse me.
family to all of us. So we all get very comfortable, You're all
Right?
my
Y'all get
family,
to see me
all
without
of you.
makeup. Yeah, you get to catch you without makeup sometimes. So I'm trying to learn to be more professional, and part of that is making sure I put up this Fair Use Act so that we are not in trouble because we're family, but everybody on social media does not approve of us sharing information that is not ours. So any information that we're sharing here, you all know what we'll give credit where credit's due. If it's ours, when you'll know. So we'll share some videos, we'll share some information. We do also want to let you all know that we only play doctors on TV, and you've never seen an episode because it's in our heads. So we are not doctors. We're not giving you medical advice. Please don't ever think that. Find you a licensed physician and practitioner to take care of that for you. So we're not giving medical advice. So without further ado, let me share this screen and I'll share this video with you all that Queen found for us. And if you all haven't noticed, my computer's running slow. So when I be trying to start something and I'm just sitting there looking crazy, it's my computer. Okay, so let's see. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Here with the Holy Spirit.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
I am the one taking the video, and Miss Veronica is the one.
I can't fight this.
Okay.
Minutes. You got 10 more minutes? Yeah. Miss Mary, for your safety, you're not supposed to be in here by yourself. I'm not. Who are you in here with? With the Holy Spirit. I can't fight this. Okay, 10 minutes, and then I'm finished. Minutes. You got 10 more minutes? Yeah. Miss Mary, for your safety, you're not supposed to be in here by yourself. I'm not. Who are you in here with? With the Holy Spirit.
I can't.
I can't fight this.
I,
I'm sorry, I had to watch it again because it was funny.
play it again one more time. See how
She
rigorously
said, "The Holy
but
Spirit, who are you in here with?" That was too cute. She was going at it too. You see her? She
did
was
you
gone.
realize Veronica was she couldn't find the words to answer her. Like, I can't argue with this one. Yeah, what do you say after that? And
I guess you just sit and wait and watch. I have no idea. That is hilarious. That's too cute.
you
That
should
is.
read the comments. You should read the comment. Like, how do you
I'm
question that?
going
I'm
through.
not
Oh
a,
my gosh.
how
Oh
do
my
you
God.
answer
That is
that?
too cute.
Yeah, but
Well, she seemed like she
she
was.
walks herself to
And
the
she's how old?
gym. 92,
Wow.
91 or 92. She
How old
walks
is she?
herself to the gym every day. Yesterday, Miss V was with her. She before 11 o'clock, she had gone to the gym working out 3 times. And she's a very brisk walker because her legs are very strong. I would
I
like to
love
be
it.
like her if I live to be
Yes.
90.
That is too cute. And that's how it should be, and that's hilarious. But in all seriousness though, like Queenie have said, there's no reason why if we know that we're getting older, or there's the other alternative, if we know that's what we're doing, and I put that link in the chat if you all want to check that out. Because that was hilarious. So I'll put that in the comment section. But if you all think about it, if you're gonna live, why not make sure you're doing it healthy, doing the best you can, because when it comes to aging, chronic illness it was never designed to be a part of aging. Dementia was never a part of aging. Um, Inability. I'll say, I won't say disability because we do slow down. No, I'm gonna say it. Being disabled to the full capacity was never the design for us to in aging. So we have to have that mindset. And I think, like I said, with the mentality, when that is how we perceive that's how life is going to go for us, that tends to be the scenario. If you see yourself, needing your children to help you get around, not being able to drive, and all these different things, what are you doing to combat that right now? Or like I said, even stretching. Queen Edith and I were talking about stretching, Pilates, yoga. Those are good ways. You can do that in your home. You can look on YouTube right now, and you can look for chair stretching for lower back pain. You can look for floor stretching for, leg. All type it in and you'll find it. Stretching for seniors, and it's mindful to what you need. And these are free resources that you have. All you have to do is do it. And it takes little steps that we tend to want to put off until you have to. I'm really good at I've had this mentality, me as 40, and being a nurse. I can take a patient, toss you around, somebody, can I help you? Nope, I got it, moving people around. And now that's not what's happening. I need all the help. And in fact, I don't want to do it. I don't want to lift nobody. I don't want to pull nobody. I don't want to do none of that because I know my limits now, and so when my back gets this way, I take my time and I'll keep going and keep going until and it's not until I'm spazzed up. And it's like, oh, okay, well, you know what? Let me find a YouTube video and do my 10-minute stretches. And now I'm good again. And I promise you, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes of me stretching corrects all of that, but why didn't I do it leading up to that, So that's how we have to think. And men, like I said, we love our men, and strength looks different. Strength is not always bulking up, sometimes it's just, we want the mental, we want the brain strength to where you say, I am worth taking care of myself. I take care of family. I take care of community. I take care of others. As a man, I deserve to take care of myself. care of myself. Haven't we talked about
Absolutely.
that with women? Haven't we talked about this on this platform? Where women take care of other people and men deserve that too. You all deserve that. So do that thing. We'd appreciate it. I love my king. As I'm 45, my husband, my king just turned 61, May 21st. Oh, we're
Oh,
gonna stay in tip top shape over here. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're walking, we're moving. That's what we're doing over here. So yeah,
we
go ahead.
we are talking a lot for about the after the 40s. So many times we've talked about the impact of stress. That stress is part of our lives. It's always will be there some way somehow. But it's not so much the stress; it's how we are managing it, right? And after 40, if we're not
Mm-hmm.
managing it well, we're not getting into the habit of managing stress better. It begins to affect our body, and the body begins to you know, I don't want to use the word deteriorate, but it begins, let me put it this way, the body begins to show the scores that it's been keeping, right? So let me tell you, after 40, that's when we need to be intentional. How many hours are we working a week? If you were working 80 hours a week, those in the healthcare industry and on and on and on, please, can we lower it a little bit to 70? Right? I'm not saying double it or lessen it or half it, but bring it down a little bit, okay? Hopefully we are saving enough, and many of us may not have, but let's figure out better ways to manage our finances so we can have a little bit in our saving till. Okay, because men are known to be or are expected to be mostly the financial providers in addition to a lot of other things. So a man who is struggling financially is stressed. Okay, because we look at a man's financial ability to call them man enough or not man enough. Unfortunately, society has done that. Okay, so at this age, we don't want to just put anything in our bodies. Edith, listen and learn. Okay, Edith, listen and learn. We don't want to put anything in our bodies, just anything. We want to be intentional. We don't say don't indulge, but do it with sense. Do it with some sense. If you want to eat ice cream like I do, Veronica made the mistake of going to buy Nutella ice cream, and it is so good. Eat some, but exercise. Okay. If you have a sweet tooth, indulge. Don't deprive. Just make sure that you are exercising or you're eating responsibly. Okay, make sure that your activity, you're active, stay active. Okay, whether you're walking, whether you're swimming, whether you're cycling, whatever it is you're doing, stay active. Okay, take a walk after a meal with your spouse, just walk around the neighborhood. Any movement is better than being a couch potato, right? Better than being a couch potato, because even doing some rigorous activity 30 minutes a day, 4 to 5 days a week is beneficial. The older you get, the more you want to sit and put your feet up. I'm 59, I can say that it's true, especially if you haven't made a lifestyle out of it over the years. Okay, it's easier to want to, after a day's work, you want to come and put your feet up. It's okay to do that, but make sure you get some 30 minutes at least rigorous exercises into it. A tired mind will affect the body. Can I say it again? A tired mind will make for a tired body, and a stressed body comes to affect the mind. You see the cycle, yeah? Tired mind affects body, tired body, or stressed body affects the mind, which can create a level of depression, anxiety, loneliness, and burnout. And ultimately, your physical health begins to also suffer. Okay, so knowing your numbers, including staying on the scale weekly. I've begun to catalog my weekly weight. It can be a little triggering because the scale is never down or this. Sometimes it goes up. Well, I'd rather know that it's going up. What can I do to bring it down to my ideal weight than not knowing and keep going? Okay, Queen. Mute, mute, mute. I can hear you.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Queen, if you're gonna stay on mute, you better go with sign language. Okay.
I know, right? I know. Because I know y'all can hear me typing and carrying on. I'm looking crazy in this view. I need to get my spectacles on, right? So yeah, that's so true. Taking care of yourself is, I mean, it starts one day at a time, like she said. Grand Rising, thank you for joining. And just having
Nyame
fun with
akwa
it.
akwa
Having
aba.
fun with
Israel. Sorry. I,
yes,
I I
Grand
spoke
Rising.
I spoke
No,
Latin.
you're fine. You're fine. Oh, do tell. What it
John
say?
Williams, yeah. We love you too, Queen Sister
All right, giving shout
Crystal.
outs in the chat. Yeah, give shout outs in the chat, yo. Definitely give shout outs in the chat. I was gonna share
Yes.
with you all. I was looking for something that I put up. Hang on. When it comes, okay, so I want to talk about really quickly when it comes to disease process. Just like I said before, just eating healthy things is a big deal. When we think about like with heart disease being the number one killer of men, I've got a joke for that. Um, I'm gonna show you guys this joke because it's funny. Because
Today,
Kevin,
it
my
looks like it's a light day today, right? We're taking it easy, okay? But I need to thank everybody for my birthday whilst you prepare your video. I
go
had an
ahead.
amazing time. I had an amazing time, and I want to thank V, Miss V, to putting it all together. She's awesome, isn't she?
She
She made me
is.
do it because left to eat it alone, I just want to lay down, put my feet up, and just do nothing.
What
But
did
you
you
know,
all do?
so we were in Chicago, and we went to the OPC, so the Obama Presidential Center. We and they had live music, lots of. You should have seen me dancing. It's unfortunate. Those line up dancing, I was clueless. Line dancing, right? But anyway, I was in there going around doing nothing, calling it dancing, but the key was that I was having fun. And then from there, we said we're going to look for some African food. We drove to the ghetto side of Chicago, downtown Chicago. And then we were told that there was a yacht festival. You should see the river. Oh, different boats, different people. Just driving along that area was really very, very refreshing. Okay, and then she had a dinner on the boat for us. So we went. I think at 7:30 we went. By the time we came back, it was almost 7. So we just got dressed and went to the boat. Okay,
Okay.
we went to the boat and we had dinner, and there was fireworks. It was a 3-hour boat
Hmm.
ride. It was a 3-hour boat ride on the river. Is it the River Michigan? Is that what it's called? whatever
Chicago,
we
don't,
would.
don't. I'm not going to answer you on this broadcast, and I don't know where, I don't know geography and carrying on. Somebody else can answer that. That sounds good. I'm not going to do it with you.
we,
Okay, I'm not going to do it. Continue
we
with your
had a
story.
3 hour Lake Michigan, Lake
Yes,
Michigan.
Queen Bee said Lake Michigan. Yeah, she knew where y'all was at.
Obviously, I was just there having fun. That's all that mattered. But it was very refreshing. When we were done, when we're going, we're running late. So we rode some form of carriage, driven like three-wheel carriage. Okay, this wooden structure sitting on 3 wheels, all windows open, no window, just this wooden structure being ridden by this guy on the streets. That was fun as well. But when we finished, we walked back to our hotel. And this was close to midnight. It was so refreshing. Downtown Chicago, nobody is sleeping. Nobody is sleeping. Nobody is sleeping. Oh, and the sights, the sounds, ah, it was amazing. I had a great time. Our hotel was right opposite the Trump Tower, so I stood there and took a picture of the Trump Towers. Yeah,
Awesome.
but we had an amazing time. By 8 a.m. Sunday, we were back here, right here. I was sitting right here.
Yeah,
King
you were on
Gary.
it. Thank you, Queen. Thank you in the chat. Thank you. Yeah, you was on it. And I felt so bad because Queen Edith did come on for her birthday. I knew it was her birthday and she did not have to last week. So I had a great time last week. So if you all did not see that broadcast, make sure you check it out. As a matter of fact, my husband and I were having a conversation and I was like, I know we were just on my broadcast last week. Go back and listen to the broadcast last night. So it was a really good conversation about building strong men. And she took the time out was in Chicago and did that. Her and Queen Bee. So thank you all for doing that. It's always nice to do this with you and have these conversations. And like King Sean said, you bring it in such a powerful way, in such a professor like way. Um, it's appreciated. So I hope you all have appreciated these conversations that we've had about, empowering men this month. I hope you all enjoy all the conversations that we have, but I think this has been very important because we were blessed with King Sean's presence, but we did want to see some more men on. But we're gonna get there. We're there is always room to have these conversations and have growth sessions, I guess. So make sure you all keep that in mind and don't count yourselves out for these conversations because we do want to hear your voices. So thank you, and thank you, Queen, for always showing up even when you're busy, and you're always busy. So thank you.
Well, we all are, but of course, there's a priority for us. So, as much as possible, we do our best to be here. This is a priority for us.
It
It's
is.
important. We don't take it for granted, and we love it. But where were we? Let's talk about sleep. Yeah,
Mhm.
let's talk about the importance of sleep. Okay, I don't know, but I heard somebody say that fasting is important.
Mhm.
And as a pastor, I know that fasting is very good spiritually. But somebody said something very powerful. He said, our body heals when we sleep.
Mhm.
Okay. And when we sleep, that means we are not eating.
Mhm.
Right. So that's when the body also fasts. Okay. And it is during the fasting period where we're not putting anything in the system and forcing it to work, that it works and heals us. Okay, so being intentional about sleep. Hey, yeah, being intentional about sleep doesn't mean I don't know why we tend to think that when somebody's sleeping, they're being lazy. Somebody will work like 12-hour days, 6 days a week. And then when she's laying down, a little bit longer on a Saturday morning or something, he or she'll get up and say, oh, I'm being lazy. No, you are not being lazy. Just lie down and put your feet up. I love to do that and relax.
Mm-hmm.
It's healthy. Your body is being given the chance to recover itself. You're not supposed to go, 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 go 24/7. Eat all day, all night. Take that
Mm-hmm.
minute rest and let your body rejuvenate. This is good in your 40s. Enjoy living that privilege of 40s because not everybody gets there.
Mm-hmm.
You're not being lazy. You're being actually responsible. It's part of the responsibility to self.
Mm-hmm.
King, I hope you take the time to sleep. King Sean. Okay? I hope you take the time to sleep. Actually lay down and rest and shut the world out,
Mm-hmm.
including the TVs. Okay.
Can I elaborate on that?
Please do.
So, and I'm going to put this link in the chat in just a second. I don't want to talk and be looking all over the place while I'm doing it. So I'll do it after I say this. But when you're talking about fasting, so when you're mentioning sleep, it's important that your body's resting. Like I am one that's good for like right now, I can fall asleep on you mid sentence right now if I wanted to. But it's not rest, right? There's something wrong. It needs some energy. Um, but when you're sleeping, a lot of times we're not resting. And so that affects how your body rebuilds itself. So when you're talking about the fasting part, and this one I'm gonna put in the chat, it's called autophagy. Okay. And so autophagy is where with the fasting, autophagy takes place within, I think I talked about this before briefly. It takes place within, I think, 14 to 16 hours of fasting. So after you fasted for like 14 to 16 hours, that's when autophagy takes place in your body. So if we're looking at fasting on a holistic level, this is what it's doing. So autophagy allows your body to break down and reuse old cell parts so cells can operate more efficiently. It's a natural cleaning out process that begins when your cells are stressed or deprived of nutrients. Researchers are studying autophagy's role in potentially preventing and fighting disease. So it's the body's process of reusing old cells and damaged cells. The cells are a basic building blocks of every tissue and organ in the body. Each cell contains multiple parts that keep it functioning. So you have liver cells that do different things than your heart cells, different things than your lung cells, right? They have different functions, all because they're red blood cells or white blood cells. They each do different things in different parts of your body. Okay. So over time, these parts can become defective or stop working. They become litter or junk inside the body, inside a healthy cell, right? So what autophagy does, I'm gonna start reading. What autophagy does is once you empty your body, and especially like carbohydrates, sodium, produce, high GMO foods, high processed foods is what I'm looking for. The salts, all that stuff. Once your body has not taken in all those nasty chemicals that we put in our body, after in that 14 to 16-hour mark, the body says, hold on. So now we're not fighting to clean up all this junk they just put in here. Now we can look at the cells and say, hold on, we're not working to get rid of, the kidneys are not getting rid of and filtering out, the liver's not, there's nothing to do. But since there's nothing to do in this body, I've noticed that this cell needs to be rebuilt. I noticed that this organ needs to be tended to. And so it strips the body, it strips the cells of having to clean out the mess we make in order to clean up what we already have going on in our bodies. So that's how fasting works and the importance of fasting on a holistic health approach. And when you do intermittent fasting every day, your body gets accustomed to regulating that cleaning process, right? So that's why fasting is important. And like I said, I'll put the link in the description so you can read up on it yourselves, because it's very important to understand what we're doing with our bodies and how we're healing. If you understand that, it allows you to think to yourself, well, if I just stop putting all this sugar, all this processed food into my body, then it doesn't have to work so hard to keep me healthy. Does that make sense? So like a
Yeah,
chip here, a chip there, ice cream here, those things when we're doing every day, when we cut back on the meat, when we cut back on the fast food, the body's not working as hard. And you're living a longer life. You're living a healthier life, overall, because it's a matter of getting used to a lifestyle. Healthiness is a lifestyle choice.
mm,
Happiness is a lifestyle choice.
say
Youth
it
is a
again.
lifestyle choice. Being old is a lifestyle choice. Being
Yay.
old is how you feel. It's not a chronological age. It is how you feel. It is how you present
Really?
your body. So it's
Okay.
all about a mindset. That's how that changes. And then when you want to throw fasting in there on a spiritual note, then just pray that you can get through the day without shoving junk in your mouth. How about that? If you can't think of it, that's something to pray about for real. Um, that you can stick with this thing, that that your body is a temple and it's worth preserving. Okay. And it's worth being that vessel, that strong, healthy vessel. No, nobody wants to put water. I don't care how thirsty you are. You know that if you got this vase has cracks in it, you're only gonna get so far with this water in this vase. So keep that in mind. It's got to be longevity. Got to be longevity with it. It's definitely a mindset. So yes, yes, yes,
And,
yes.
and the difference between fasting, regular fasting, and fasting for spiritual purposes is rather than eat, you eat the word of God.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
eating, if you're a Christian, you're fasting. The fasting, there are a lot of implications there, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna keep it simple. If you're fasting spiritually, as a Christian, take
Mm-hmm.
the time and read the word. Okay, not just eating is good for your health, but don't say you're fasting. Don't don't say you're fasting as a Christian. Let me say it. And a lot of us do it for our health. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Some of us, we like to fast because we want to lose weight. It's water weight.
Mm-hmm.
It comes back so quickly. But the benefit of reading the word too, it opens your spirit up to also be better connected to your God, whoever your God is. So reading the Bible connects you to the God of the Bible,
And you
whatever.
know what though? You know what? You can use the same aspect though. You can use the same aspect on a spiritual note and say that, and that's why I said I was, I kind of joked about it, but with the spiritual aspect, I joked about it because a lot of people, when it comes to doing it on a spiritual aspect, the focus is not having the food. You're taking away food, so the focus is more difficult from a spiritual aspect. A lot of times, I know for me, when I would do it, it's like, oh my gosh, 3 days, I gotta fast for 3 days, I'm gonna starve, I'm gonna die. And so you can't even dive into the purpose of doing it on a spiritual note because you're so focused on the
On what
wrong
you
things.
think you're
Yeah,
losing.
like you're missing. So even on a spiritual note, when you're cleansing yourself from the way you talk, the way you think, the places you go, that is, on a spiritual note, it's not just about taking away the food or the meals. It's taking away things that are unclean in your body, in your mind, in your temple. So it's definitely beneficial all the way around, and people have to look at that, especially with on a religious note. It's not, I think a lot of people have a hard time with it because all you're thinking of is what you're lacking now. And we're not thinking about the gain that comes in with the sacrifice. So keep that in mind, you all, if
The
you will.
problem is we focus so much on the negative that we don't
Mm-hmm.
think about the benefits of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we eating every day, so doing this intermittent fasting and every other day, like every other day, I will not eat from the time I go to bed, right?
Mm-hmm.
To maybe 12 noon. That's even
Mm-hmm.
if you sleep for 4 hours, that's 16 hours, which from what autophagy is saying allows your body, that gives you a good 16 hours of not disturbing your organs so it can do its work.
Mm-hmm.
So it can do its work. After that, you can eat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, eat but be intentional about it. Listen, one thing is for sure, getting older, living long, right? It's definitely a gift and a privilege.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
It
gift. Think
is.
about it.
It
But
is.
growing and living healthier is a choice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a daily choice, hourly choice. Okay. I will be happy to be like Miss Mary that at 90 I can get up out of my house. Even if not ride a bike, just walk outside.
Yes.
Just be able to walk. Do you know how many people I see in the home care industry who are living but they are barely living?
Mm-hmm.
You know
Existing.
what? When we think about the word live, it comes from alive. They are here with us, but they are not alive. And they are miserable and tired.
Mm-hmm.
Recognizing your grandchildren. And Queen said something. I think our time is up and I'm going to stop. Queen said something. We have assumed that dementia and Alzheimer's are automatic aging diseases. I've come to learn that it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's not automatic to slow down and it's not automatic that as you grow older, your body gets weaker and weaker and weaker and you can't walk. It's not automatic. It's all a result of what we have done. Okay, the choices we have made in the years preceding that. There are unfortunate situations where there are real health conditions, but generally, we can be better. We can be.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I'm almost 60. I am.
I love
I
it.
am right. I'm almost 60. I can't believe it.
I love it.
Okay, but and I'm not gonna I don't feel any different from when I first turned 50. It may be, but I don't feel it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel it. And so if we do better, we will be better. We will still get weak, we will still have maybe a few things here and there. But overall, we should be able to be functional and to live this life fully.
Absolutely. I agree. And I know we're almost out of time. I did want to tell you all, King Sean, I'm gonna put some stuff in the on the Facebook page and the YouTube channel on those foods that you can eat because I know we're almost out of time. We can probably dive into this next week as far as gut health and everything like that too to answer your
Whoa.
question because that's a big thing for me understanding that. So yeah, I'll definitely touch on that and I'll put some information on the Facebook page for you all. I know we're almost out of time. Queen Eve's got something. I think we all got something to do. Thank you all for hanging out with us. We've been going long here recently or lately. So thank you all for sticking with us. So I'll get that to you. But really quickly, I'm going to let Queen Edith take us out. I'm going to show you all two things real quick. I want to show you the video that I have. I have it in the description. If you click on the description in comment, or no, in the description. And then in the comments, I just put it up. It's a Gaia link. And I'm going to show you what we're going to be watching. You have 3 days. You have till, I think, Tuesday to watch this video. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. This is called Natural Longevity with Nick Delgado. I'm sorry, this glare is in my eye. I can't see y'all. So I'm going to show you all the preview for it. I want you guys to check this out and watch it. It was great information. It wasn't just for men. So we're going to watch this really quickly, just the preview for it. And again, I did put up the Fair Use Act. So this is from Gaia TV. You can get the link if you like in the description and in the chat. So let me do this really quickly because we got to get out of here. Let's see. Okay, here's the preview. I'm going to show you guys real quick. Maybe.
I tell people, listen, the doctor says, well, it's too difficult to get people to collect for 24 hours. Well, you have to urinate anyway. Right. You have to go to the
carry
restroom.
The little cup.
Carry the cup, and it's not a little cup. It's take your container in the bag or the
Do you do it in different cups?
No, it's all one big container, and then you pour it off to a little container and send it off to the lab. And within 3 weeks, we get a breakdown of the cortisol and all its metabolites, the estrogen and multiple metabolites. When I say metabolites, of testosterone or cortisol or thyroid. There are other forms of the hormones that exert a far more body. They could very well be, in the case of, say, estrogen, what I call 16-alpha hydroxyestrone, the one that we know is identified to be present at high levels in women who tend to have breast cancer or tend to develop ovarian cancer or uterine.
Okay.
It's interesting because most of these dysbioses or imbalances due to xenoestrogens, when drinking bottled water from plastic, pesticide exposure. Unfortunately, our whole generation's been exposed to generations of using pesticides in our fields. Even when they say organic, how do you know it hasn't leached into the underwater table in the ground?
Yeah, exactly.
So we go further and we realize that there is a good form of estrogen within the metabolites, meaning it's metabolized. It exerts a safe effect. It actually does what we call apoptosis. It stimulates your cells to look for abnormal cancer cells. It's been shown that this good form of estrogen, along with estriol, which is a weaker form of one of the primary estrogens, exerts a very positive effect in prevention, or it's typically found at a higher ratio. Estriol is a 3-to-1 to the more potent estrogens. And we find in young people who are not using birth control pills, because birth control pills are synthetic, they come from horse urine. And they don't even care whether it's male or female horse. Listen to me closely.
You're serious?
China, 3,000 years ago, actually would take the urine from young women, ages 15 to 22. They would concentrate the urine, get all the hormones, over 100 hormones. And in China, they knew 3,000 years ago how to optimize. They would take those hormones and give them to the senior women in that culture and reverse aging. The men, listen to me closely, they would extract the urine from young men, 15 to 22, concentrate all the male hormones along with the mixes, because there's a little bit of female hormone in the male mix, and growth hormone, EPO, all these exotic important hormones that promote longevity and health. And they gave it to the senior men of that culture and reverse aging. They knew this 3,000 years ago.
Wow. Wow. Queen G.
There you go. I thought that was so interesting. So there's a whole video on that's like 45 minutes long. So you guys have got to watch it. I'm trying to get some time together for a watch party for some of these things, but you all have got to watch that. And it's free through Gaia. For when I share a link, it's usually for 72 hours. So the link's in the description for you all if you want to check that out. If you don't get a chance to watch it and you want to, any video that I put up, just reach out to us and let us know, and we can send you those videos because they are very impactful. And I respect the fact that I do pay for that subscription. So I share things that I'm able to share for free. All those videos are not available to share for free. So some of the things that I can't share, we'll do a watch party for, and it'll be an intimate kind of thing where we're not on social media, because I was struck on my Clearest Conscience page for doing that before. So just make sure you all stay up with that. I thought the urine thing was really interesting, and I showed you all that because it's really crazy what people, there were natural ways to, and Dr. Sebi talked about that too. Part of Dr. Sebi curing cancer and whatnot was flushing your body out with urine, but you had to fast to clean your body, to drink that urine. So it's a big deal, holistic healing, and it sounds gross and unnatural, but all the side effects of these medications, it's horrible. So you all check that out. Again, if you need that link later on after this weekend, let me know. I'm gonna share one more thing with you all because I think it's funny. I want to end off on a funny note. I'm gonna let Queen end this. My king was talking earlier, and I told him what we were talking about. He said, just talking about men aging, gracefully aging, and we joke around a lot here. And he says, well, the easiest way to do it is without women, So I was like, and I looked, and I make that true for him, I think. So I want to share with you all.
That's debatable. That's debatable. That's debatable.
Yeah. I mean, without us, eventually there'll be a whole bunch of skeletons across the world, but you can try it out if you want to. So make sure, ladies, we tone down our crazy for our good men. So I'll just speak for me. So I'm gonna show you this funny clip, you all, and I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna let Queen Edith take us out, and I appreciate you all sticking around. Let me show you guys this. I'm gonna get off the camera because I can't see. I thought it was super funny. And when I first saw it, I told everybody about it because it was hilarious and it's almost true. So let me find it real quick and then I'll let Queen Edith get us out. Thank you all for sticking around with us too. That's the wrong button. We really appreciate it. We have a good time with you guys here. And we hope you have a good time with us too. Okay, here it is.
Situation. If I died overseas, somewhere random like or something, and it cost $30,000 to ship me home to bury me and have, you know,
It's
or
breaking.
$500 there and
$30,000 to ship you home,
yeah,
or 500 to bury you in Jerusalem.
yeah. What would you choose?
I would pay the 30,000 to ship you home.
You would pay $30,000 to ship me home, even though I already passed over the 500.
Yeah. Well, a couple thousand years ago, a man died there, and in 3 days, he rose from the dead. And I just can't take that chance.
Michael.
Oh my gosh. So that is my joke for the day. I'm going to end off on that funny note. There is that for
He
you
will
all.
take no risk. He will not.
There you go. Said not up in here. Not up in here.
I've seen this, and
You got to come home, baby. You got to come home.
Every time. I will be really very offended. No, okay, I wouldn't know whether to be offended or to be flattered. But for his reason, I'll probably be very annoyed. So you really want me dead? Why don't you just kill me? Hey, kid.
Said I can't take that chance.
Oh my,
yes,
oh
yes,
my.
yes.
Oh my, oh my.
Well,
Friends
that's
and family.
my funny. You all know I'm always joking around.
Friends and
yes,
family.
Go ahead, Queen. Take us
one
out.
of the
Take us out,
gifts
please.
to bring you also is laughter. It's healthy. It's a very good thing to have, to be able to laugh heartily, straight from the bottom of your heart. Just laugh it out. There's nothing more. But let me leave you with this thought. I've already said it, that growing older is a privilege. Getting healthier is a decision. Your family, I hope, needs you. Your community needs you. Your church needs you. And God's purpose for your life is not over yet. So many people have died not because it was their time, but because their choices led them to death. And of course, there are others who died for sicknesses. But the key is that we want you to take care of the body that has been entrusted to you, because healthy men build healthy families. Healthy families build healthy communities, and healthy communities change the world. So, thank you so much for joining us here at the best talk show, the best talk show ever, the Peak Wellness Hour. God bless you. Stay healthy, and remember, the best investment you will ever make is in your own health. Happy, happy final weekend of June.
Peace, love, and blessings. Until next week. Look at these handsome men, y'all. We out.